Hi guys, we are preparing to sell fur, so I thought I would do a quick video just going over some of the highlights of our trapping season. It just wrapped up here on the 15th here in Illinois, and so my year number 2 is officially in the books, and honestly I couldn't be any more pleased with how things went. Just had a great year, learned a lot, ended up catching a couple new species, which was awesome. That was one of the goals, and so I thought it might be worth just kind of showing the catch before we part with some of the fur, and some of the stuff we're gonna send off and have it be tanned or made into things. So without any more, let's pan through what we have. We still got some stuff drying, but for the most part, this is the majority of stuff that we have here. And so you can see this year, unlike in years past, went through and fleshed and hung all the fur. So there are all of our coons. So didn't really have a set number of raccoons that I was trying to go for, but I did end up with 39. Caught the first third of them in coyote sets, and then after that started targeting them. Took almost 30 off of one little piece of property near my home. Really interesting. So going from basically small, medium, large, working our way up. Had just a lot of 2x and 3x, so quite a bit that should be I want to say worth maybe something. And then have a couple. This one was actually on one of the videos. Biggest, caught it 2 one morning, biggest raccoon of the year. And I started out the year using wire stretchers. So on here you can actually tell, so here's one, it is wider, so you can just tell on how it was put up, and just not quite as neat down here at the bottom. So I learned a lot. I watched a lot of videos. Hopefully next year we'll get into maybe doing some how-to videos as well, but you can see just all you can do is hook it on one spot on the back side, hook it on one spot on the front. Versus here, we'll use this big coon that we caught. You can actually see my pin marks. You can see it's pretty well straight across on that side. And then as we flip it over, I'm actually going to keep this one and tan it, but I still went ahead and cut out some of the window. So on all these, basically go through, cut your window. So this was a really big male, so right above the penis hole, basically cut the fur out, and then you have a good window. It was just a beautiful big coon, and so I left those arms a little longer than normal, and I was gonna see if I could find a female. So here's a female for us. So on those, basically has 3 sets of teats, so going right above the first set of teats is where you're doing your window, and a really nice, pretty dark coon. All these should be nice and prime. I caught them all from December and January, so really good, but pretty distinct difference from wire to putting them up on wood. So that'll be one of the projects to continue to put up on wood as we continue trapping and learning. And then, so this was probably one of the most exciting highlights of the season. I did manage to snag 4 coyotes, and got one the very first day. You can see, I think it's in video number 2 from 2020. I highlighted a couple of my catches, and got a small one that first day, but really pretty color. I think this was the second or third one, and I fleshed those out too, and honestly just couldn't be more pleased. Nice white belly on it, and they honestly weren't too bad. They're definitely skinning them out for any of you guys out there that have skinned out coyotes. Man, they're just a lot thinner than raccoons, but got the hang of it. Biggest takeaway I have from those this year was taking the burrs out. So before, I got a fur comb, so before I fleshed anything out, I combed it out, and you have to hand pick out those big burrs out of it. Things you can't see, I ended up getting, I believe, three skunks, and I'm thinking next year I might get into trying to draw out the essence. I've been watching a lot of those videos, but 3 skunks. I think I got 9 possums, and so I put those in the non-target catch category. And then you'll see in some of those last videos of the year, super exciting, ended up going out and just doing really, really well on muskrats, and super easy to put up. Got a dozen frames. You flesh them out. Biggest thing is you leave that pocket. So you'll see on all of these, they all have the pocket on there. And put them up. They dry out really fast. They don't have hardly any fat on them, so just pretty cool. So got 21 of those. That was another new species for me this year, and honestly just couldn't have been any more pleased with how the season went. I loved it. I think in total there were 72 days spent out in the woods, and that's insane. 72 months or 72 days in a row, a couple months worth of time, and I guess we can thank COVID for the opportunity of not going anywhere for holidays, and so we were around a lot, and it worked out really well to get out and check properties. I think at one point I had maybe 6 or 7 properties I was checking every day. I got a lot of good life lessons. I plan on making a video of just kind of trapping 101. So from a guy that's cutting his teeth, learning as he goes, just things I've learned along the way. But I really appreciate you guys tuning in this year. I look forward to getting better, both at my video skills and also my trapping ability. And if you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button. I appreciate you guys watching and leaving feedback on comments. Hopefully this year we'll continue to put out some other videos, other types of videos. My family and I, we live to be in the outdoors, and look forward to bringing some other things to you guys. But all in all, we're going to be selling these guys soon, and honestly can't wait to see what they bring. Hopefully, fingers crossed, I'm going to try to film some of it if they'll let me, and we'll check back in with what we made, or more than likely what we did not make by selling our fur. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.